Hello, it is Direct Mail Monday, January 22nd, 2024. Steve Sipress here, and I'm going to share with you a postcard that hit my mailbox recently and see if you can guess from the headline what type of business it is. So here, now I noticed I went back in my pile of direct mail to share with you on Direct Mail Mondays. It's starting to pile up, and maybe I'll go over a bunch of them one of these days, but I found another one, so I'm not sure which one came first here. This is the one that came first. Okay, so here's the headline, and see if you can figure out what type of business that is. Live your best life better. All right, I'll give you a second try because they sent another one, same colors, same pretty much everything, different headline. Your best life begins here. Your best life begins here. Live your best life better. Whoa, we're shaking the camera on the old tripod there. Using my iPhone to record these. Usually I record on my monitor, but something is off with the monitor camera with the Facebook Live. The sync is off or something. So sync meaning S-Y-N-C anyway. So it happens to be, in case you may have guessed, it is a senior living center, we'll call it a senior living center. So live your best life better, and your best life begins here. Excellent examples of not a good headline. Okay, not a good headline. Now and I noticed in the photo you have this guy stretching out with looks like a medical guy stretching out with that orange band or whatever it is, and check it out. It's the same guy on the other postcard. This time he's playing a piano, so I guess he got stretched out pretty good because that looks like it's that same guy. So not sure if that's a model or a stock photo or if that's actually somebody that lives at this place. Yeah, because the medical guy has the logo of this place on it. This Arch Well logo is actually on that doctor's shirt, Arch Well. So this could be a guy, either a model they bring in to take photos at the place or the coolest guy in the place. Like, he must get all the senior ladies now in the center because look at me, I'm a model. I'm on the postcards. I'm playing my guitar and I'm working out and I'm just looking fantastic. But anyway, I digress. So there are two purposes that your headline must accomplish, or you want your headline to accomplish. Number one is to get the attention of your ideal target prospect. Your ideal target who? That's the first W of the WOW strategy. And with a postcard, with a headline anywhere, whether it's an ad or a letter or a social media post or whatever, the headline, the first purpose is to get someone's attention, especially social media posts, because people are just scrolling through, or emails. They get hundreds a day, and we're just looking at the subject line. That's the headline for an email, and if it doesn't catch our eye, we scroll through. Postcards, it's easier to get attention because there's very few pieces of direct mail arriving in anyone's mailbox for the last, I don't know, at least 5 or 10 years now. Business owners mistakenly think that since the internet came along, I won't use the old school, old fuddy-duddy actual physical mail. That doesn't work anymore. It works better than ever, of course, just for the reason that there's almost no competition in business. If there's almost no competition or no competition at all, you can do pretty crappy and do pretty well, which is why I hope, because I love all business owners, I hope that this postcard does fantastic despite the crappy, nondescript, useless headline. The second purpose of the headline. So with the postcard, doesn't really have to get attention just by an actual piece of direct mail hitting the mailbox. It ought to get enough attention. The days of having 30 pieces of mail every day when you come home from work and just going through them like we do emails today, those are long gone. Now you get two things, and it has good color that pops there, a nice orange color that'll pop. It gets their attention. But the second purpose of the headline is to get the reader to want to read more. That's the second purpose of a headline anywhere. Again, an ad, a newspaper article. Think of a newspaper or a magazine article. Do you sit there and read the magazine cover to cover, or the newspaper, or read all of your emails, or read every social media post that hits your feed? Of course not. You pick the ones that got your attention. that you said, for whatever reason, I want to read more. Maybe it was fear. You were scared into wanting to read more. This is the number one mistake people make with X, or this is the number one killer of seniors. I got to read more. I'm scared. I got to read more. Or I'm curious. I got to read more. Here's the number one food to eat to lose weight. Here's the one weird food you can eat that that instantly causes weight loss. The weird word gets some curiosity going. And there are many other emotions, feelings you can convey with a headline, but there is basically no curiosity built here into me wanting to turn the postcard over and read all about it, read every word on here. Your best life begins here. Is it a prenatal care? Is it a baby ward in a hospital? Is it elementary school? Is it kindergarten classes? Your best life begins here. Is it a vacation place? Is it a great book to read? I mean, it doesn't mean anything. So it ought to convey good benefit, and there are some interesting benefits that are kind of hidden, but they're here. We have, as a member, you'll enjoy same-day appointments, more time with a doctor who know you by name, I should probably say knows, a care team who treats the whole person, not just ailments, activity room for community events. So they have several bullet points and reasons to want to call this place or go visit it, or again, hopefully this thing works, but it's really lacking. Again, just because there's no competition, there's probably no other senior center that's smart enough to be using direct mail. So if I just happen to be looking for a senior center for my mom or my dad or myself or a friend or whatever, and this hits my mailbox, maybe I'll read the whole thing because I'm interested. But otherwise, it doesn't get my interest just to say a milquetoast headline of "Your best life begins here" or "Live your best life better." Doesn't do it. How about, well, I'm not going to come up with one off the top of my head, but I have a free video that'll help you how to do this, how to create headlines that sizzle, that work, that do the two things a headline's got to do. They grab people's attention, and then they absolutely compel them to want to read more. So if it's an email, that subject line grabs their attention and gets them to say, I got to read this email, I'm going to open it up. Or a social media post, I got to stop the scroll, as it says. Well, look at that ad, I got to stop the scroll, I got to read this whole post. Or I was saying earlier, I think I sidetracked myself, but you don't read every article in a magazine or every article in a newspaper. That's what the headlines are for. If it grabs your attention, you say, okay, that's one I'll read. These postcards do not do the job, but hopefully they get read anyway, because like I said, there's hardly any competition in the mailbox. However, absolutely, since I usually increase the response to any piece of advertising and marketing by 5 or 10 times, this is absolutely one of those situations. I'll create a compelling headline that'll not only absolutely get people to want to read more on the postcard, I'll get them to want to go to visit the place or to get them to want to call immediately. That's what a great headline can do. Get people to want to know more. These two fail at that. Hopefully yours succeeds. For that free video, go to thewowstrategy.com. You can also possibly get on my calendar and I'll help you one-on-one a little more with whatever particular issue you're facing right now with your advertising, marketing, or sales efforts. And that'll do it for Direct Mail Monday, January 22nd, 2024. Thanks for being here today or watching on the replay, and I will catch you back here again tomorrow on Topical Tuesday. Until then, over and out. Bye-bye.